We now have all the information from the search warrants that were done at Jody Hildebrand's home, including information about the apparent safe room she had in the house. And apparently she was using cayenne pepper and honey to dress the children's wounds. There were 3 search warrants conducted at Jody Hildebrand's home. 2 were on the day that Russell had escaped, and 1 was the very next day. According to one of the search warrants, officers found that the victim's mother, Ruby Franke, had left her 3 children in the care of Jody Hildebrand. We don't know what 3 children they're referring to, but we definitely know 2 of the youngest were included. The first search warrant was conducted around 2 p.m. on August 30th, and in a statement in that search warrant, it says, upon arrival, officers found that a 12-year-old victim had duct tape around their ankles and appeared emaciated because the victim was extremely thin and weak. Medical personnel arrived and removed the duct tape and located the open wounds. The statement went on to say that the victim informed officers and medical personnel that the wounds were from the rope that was used to tie the victim to the ground. The victim informed officers that Jody put the ropes on their ankles and wrists and that they used cayenne pepper and honey to dress the wounds. Officers conducted a full sweep of Jody's home at this point and located another child, and of course she was reluctant to speak to officers at that time. They also identified a possible safe room in the basement that was locked. So this is why everyone has talked about the safe room. None of the children were in the safe room. It was locked, and it was unknown at the time if anyone was actually inside. At this point, the officers submitted the second search warrant. In this affidavit, they were asking for any and all items that were related to the child abuse. They were also asking for permission to enter and search the safe room to make sure no one else was in there. Officers ended up seizing tape, saran wrap, along with papers, notes, a journal, 2 bowls containing a red liquid with a metal spoon, 2 super absorbent dressings, 2 bandages with 4 white ankle socks, 3 sets of a brown and white rope, 2 handcuffs, and 3 carabiners. There was no further mention of the safe room in this. The second search warrant was signed around 5:30 on August 30th, and this one was going after all items that could be used for text messaging or communicating. So in this one, they wanted any and all cell phones, audio recordings, computers, tablets, laptops, surveillance footage, doorbell cameras, and basically anything that had to deal with their communication. According to the documents for this second search warrant, they ended up taking 3 Apple iPhones and 4 Apple MacBook computers. The third search warrant was conducted the very next day, August 31st at around 8 a.m. Apparently, detectives wanted Jody Hildebrand's cell phone. She had apparently been in possession of it when they had made contact with her. These documents also said that the 12-year-old was taken to an area hospital. He was placed on medical hold due to deep lacerations from being tied up with rope and from his malnourishment. It also stated that a 10-year-old sibling was also determined to be malnourished by medical professionals. During the search of Jody's home, officers apparently found 2 used medical gauze dressings near cayenne pepper and honey paste. The document did also state that Jody Hildebrand requested a lawyer when they got there and she wouldn't speak with them. She did, however, make one statement. She told them that the 2 children should never be around other children.